Dreams about witches. Now, your dreams are about you. It's not about no one or no thing outside of you. Your dreams are always about you. It's a self mirror. It's what you pretty much are going through in your awake life. And it's pretty much what you have inhabited inside of you. Now, when it comes to dreams, dreams are your subconscious realm before it become existence consciously. Now, when it comes to your dreams and your imaginations, your dreams and your ability to dream is your power. If you're not dreaming, there's something wrong. That means you have too much clutter going on inside of you. And it's highly important to pretty much clear off all that clutter so you can receive what you need inside of you. Now, when it comes to dreams about witches, the witch is a representation of your feelings and emotions, your subconscious, and who you are on the inside. You could be a male. You can still have a dream about a witch. That ain't got nothing to do with gender. It's just all about the representation of a feminine energy that's playing out the participations. Now, witches are a powerful essence, especially when it comes to what is being created throughout the world. Without a witch, there won't be a man in totality. Without a witch, it won't be a woman. So these are feelings, these are emotions that's going on inside of you. So depending on how you was reacting and how you was feeling in the dream, this is a representation of who you are, of what you are doing. And also, that witch is you, actually. Because that witch is pretty much a representation of subconsciously, which you should pretty much need to be reacting and responding to. Because your dreams is what's going to basically guide you from point A to point B. Now, when it comes to witches, witches is a very powerful name. Nowadays, witches are becoming wizards, which means the feminine side is not being used towards the right things. It's being used towards negative things, which means the power of witches is woman. The power of wizards is man. Now, when it comes to warlocks and when it comes to all the other attributes, these are energies that's pretty much being utilized from the witch and the wizard. Now, when you have a witch and a wizard working together, these are two powerful energies. Now, when it comes to witches, depending on how many witches you've seen in your dream, this is going to be pretty much a representation of what's going on in your environment, what's going on with you. If you see one witch, that represents something that you need to deal with. You see two witches, that's two individuals. You see three witches, that's something that's dealing with your environment, your surroundings. You see four witches, that's dealing with something, dealing with structure. Now, these are always going to be correspondences to what's pretty much going on inside of you, and of course, what you need to pretty much go ahead. Yeah, so witches is very like a powerful secret. So depending on how many witches you see in your dreams, this is a reflection of you. This could be something good, this could be something bad. And it's not all about good and bad. It's all about how you use that good, use that bad, and of course, start that practice work. Because in order for you to pretty much receive a message or a dream within inside of you, you had to be basically participating in something when it comes to your subconscious and when it comes to what's on your heart and your mind. Now, witches, they gave witches a bad name. So, of course, this is the power that everybody has within inside of them. And, of course, everybody be utilizing their witch power for things that's not working for them. And the moment you're not utilizing your witch power or your wizard power, then you have pretty much gave your power outside of you to something that's outside of you. And of course, if you're not getting something bigger when it comes to accumulation, that means you have pretty much sold the contract where you pretty much didn't get the 360 deal. You got the 180 deal, which means you got half of that, which means you are the star. And being that you are the star, you didn't pretty much put yourself into a situation of doing things and, of course, making sure that that contract is the full totality, which means you are the breadwinner. And being that you are the breadwinner, you're supposed to pretty much accumulate and, of course, have everything on your favors. But when you sell yourself short, and when you give yourself something and you settle for less, you have pretty much sold your soul to a witch or a wizard. 10 times out of 10 may not even be a witch or a wizard. It could be a warlock, which means that warlock is using your power, your energy, to pretty much get the bigger picture out of something. And, of course, you're getting less when it comes to that perspective. Even when it comes to certain celebrities, so you can pretty much see that as a representation. Why you ever came to the conclusions why certain celebrities don't own NBAs, don't own football, NFLs, don't own certain television channels and things of that matter. You seen what happened to Bill Cosby, and of course you seen what happened to R. Kelly. Not to pretty much get too much onto them, but of course when you seen what happened to Young Thug, when you have put yourself into a situation of wanting to pretty much attain something out of your liege, you pretty much get the book thrown at you. Also, you get tie this to Michael Jackson, even when he went to pretty much come up with a bigger image of pretty much seeing a certain different way of pretty much society. They ain't like that. So it's all about teamwork, dreamwork. Now, if everybody, the whole world, can come together and of course get on to according when it comes to changing things and switching things up, the better our witch and wizardry would pretty much work. If everybody is pretty much lost into one concept of things, and of course nothing won't flourish, and of course everything will be stagnant and everybody be fighting over one bottle.